My mother and father didn't have a good marriage. My father would go running around with other women, and my father wasn't there to mentor me. And I was always wondering what a man was. I was always looking for an identity, and my father wasn't around, and I didn't have a male figure. And I always fell behind everybody else. My friends would get driver's license, and I didn't get mine till I was 18, so I always felt insecure. I liked staying at home. I didn't want to even go out and get a job, not because I didn't want to, but because I was afraid that I was going to screw up. So by the time I was a teenager, I was very angry. So I was already punching walls and punching doors because of this anger inside that I really felt inadequate. Eventually looked to pornography to be a source of comfort for me. Because when you look at an image or you talk to someone on the phone or you're online, you feel like I can find acceptance. This person's not going to ridicule me, this person's not going to make fun of me, not reject me, and just find the way to release and just escape. The main thing was just escaping the reality that I didn't like myself and that I didn't like life. As direct as my friend was, getting in my face and me getting angry at him, even after he said all that, it didn't really have an impact on me because my heart was hard. I was just ready to just give up and just walk away. And the only reason why I didn't walk out of my marriage was just because I was just scared what other people would think. But his wife, who's usually very quiet, in her wisdom, she spoke some words to me that really caught my attention. She says, I just want to tell you that if you decide to leave your wife, you're going to be walking around like an amputee. So after that, I got to a point in my heart where I decided I'm gonna go get some help. So I went to see a counselor. It didn't gel well with the first counselor that I met with, but he gave me directions to Life Recovery. So I contacted Life Recovery, and then I began to attend the group. I'm going beyond just examining sexual sobriety, but I'm going deeper to the core wounds, because the sexual actions is just the tip of the iceberg. You need to get down to the root. And if a person doesn't get down to the root, then they're just gonna go back to it again and again. If they don't go back to it, the addiction sexually, they'll go back to something else, whether it's gambling, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is. Through trials of life and through counseling and through life group, I now begin to feel a lot more confident and see myself as a man. My heart is also changing more and more towards my wife. My heart that used to be cold, now it's soft, becoming more sensitive to learning how to listen. What are her needs? What are the cues? Also understanding when, if I get mad or if I erupt, what's the cause of that, and how can I stop that behavior, and how can I change, and how can I be somebody completely different than what my father was with my mother.